I'm going to go over finding a difference quotient for a linear or a quadratic function. I hope to get some linear ones because they are the easier ones. All right, let's go ahead and get started. They are the same thing. It's just quadratic, you're going to have to FOIL or know what x plus h squared is. But let's try this. Oh, my first one is a quadratic. Okay, so let me go ahead and bring up my note. They said find the difference quotient and they gave us a formula, so that's okay. The function is f of x equals 3x squared plus 9. I'm going to go ahead and find the difference quotient. Difference quotient is when you do f of x plus h minus f of x and you divide it by h. So first, what I will do is I will plug in x plus h where we have x. That's what f of x plus h is. So that will be 3 parentheses x plus h squared plus 9, right? What I just wrote down, this is f of x plus h. And what comes after that? We need a minus sign, right? We need a minus sign. Minus. And they said subtract f of x from it. And f of x is 3x squared plus 9. So we are done setting up the numerator. So this f of x is this. I hope this purple and orange substitutions are clear. And then I'm going to do dividing by h. So remember we noted that x plus h squared is equal to x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. We worked it out in one of the examples, and we said from now on, whenever we see x plus h squared, we will just know that it is true so that we don't have to FOIL it every time. And we see that's going on right here. Okay, so I will go ahead and replace that with our little note. So I'll say parentheses are 3 parentheses x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. I close the parentheses and I'm going to go ahead and write down the leftover. So there's plus 9, and I can go ahead and distribute this sign and get negative 3x squared and minus 9 all over what? All over h. This time, let's distribute the 3 into this trinomial. If we do that, that will give us 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared. And then we write down the rest of them. Plus 9 minus 3x squared minus 9 all over h. And a lot of things will now cancel out. Take a look. Positive 3x squared and negative 3x squared is canceled out. Let's find more. Positive 9 and negative 9 is canceled out. So let's write down what we have left on top. We have 6xh plus 3h squared, and they're getting divided by h. So what I can do is now we can factorize the h from the numerator, or I like to save some time and just do this. I can divide both of the terms in the numerator by h. So the leftover will be 6x. H is gone. Plus the next term was 3h squared, right? So if you divide 3h squared by h, you will still have 1h left. So the next term, the second term, will become 3h. So what we did was we factored out h in the numerator and canceled out with the h in the denominator. But if you can just cancel it out in a single line, we don't really have to show how we factor out the h. But that was a first quadratic difference quotient problem. 6x plus 3h. Let me do one more. Yay, more practice. Oh, this one is a linear. This is going to be an easier one. So the function is f of x equals negative 9x plus 9. So I write down the difference quotient formula. I don't know if you noticed, but figuring out the numerator is the hardest part of a difference quotient problem. So plug in the x plus h into x. Okay, that will be negative 9 parentheses x plus h. Close the parenthesis. We just did this much and then put the plus 9. Plus 9. So what I just wrote is f of x plus h. I wrote this much. Write down the rest of it. Minus sign. And then we need to do f of x in here. f of x is negative 9x plus 9. It's always subtracting. It's called difference quotient, not sum quotient. So that's that. And we put it over h. We need to simplify. We distribute the negative 9 to x and h. That will give us negative 9x minus 9h. Bring down the plus 9. But also we can distribute this negative sign to these two terms. And we'll get positive 9x and minus 9. And these are all over h. Lots of 9s on top, I see. Let's cancel out some terms. I see a negative 9x and there's a positive 9x. Those are gone. Next, I see a positive 9 and there's a negative 9. Those are gone. So the only thing that I have left on top is negative 9h. The denominator is h. So guess what cancels out? H cancels out, leaving the final answer of negative 9. So linear case, yeah, we got a single number answer for our difference quotient, for our simplified difference quotient. Check. I may do one more, but you may hear my baby screaming. All right, one more practice problem. Please be, oh my goodness, we got a trinomial quadratic trinomial. It's okay, we can do this. So the function is f of x equals negative 4x squared plus 2x minus 7. And I need to plug in the first thing that I need to do is plug in x plus h wherever I see x. Where do you see x? There is negative 4x squared. Here's x plus 2x. So I need to plug in this x plus h in two places this time. Right there and right there. For my f of x plus h. So let's go ahead and plug in negative 4. Instead of x squared, write down parentheses x plus h squared. Keep going. We did this much. Do plus 2 x plus h and then minus 7. So if you plug this x plus h into these two positions, it turns into something a little bit longer, right? This is that much. And I need to keep on going because that's just one piece of the difference quotient. I need to do minus sign, and I need to put f of x in here. F of x is negative 4x squared plus 2x minus 7. Hold on a second. Let me zoom out so that you can see better. I will go ahead and bring this in a little more. Hopefully my iPad was visible the whole time. All over h. So what I have is f of x plus h minus f of x. But remember we made a note earlier that x plus h squared is equal to x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Why am I saying that? Because we see it right there. So if I will do some work here. So negative 4 in front of it, but put x squared plus 2xh plus h squared inside the parenthesis. And let's go ahead and distribute the 2. Distributing the 2 right here will get us plus 2x plus 2h. And let's bring down that minus 7. And we also distribute this negative to this trinomial, which will get us plus 4x squared minus 2x plus 7. And they are all over h, all over h. You see that we have to distribute one more time, right? We now need to distribute negative 4. Then we will get negative 4x squared minus 8xh minus 4h squared. And then I will just copy down all those leftovers that we haven't dealt with yet. And all over h. If we did something right, a lot of things will cancel out now. For example, negative 4x squared, and there's a positive 4x squared. Those are gone. What else? There is positive 2x and negative 2x. I think there's one more. There is negative 7 and positive 7. Okay? Only thing that we have left is negative 8xh minus 4h squared plus 2h on the numerator and h in the denominator. The good news is all the terms on the numerator has h. So what we will do is now we will cancel out or divide all these three terms by h, leaving our final answer with negative 8x minus 4h, because notice the second term had h squared, so we still have one h left. And then lastly, plus 2. And that is the simplified difference quotient for this trinomial quadratic trinomial. So let me type that in. Negative 8x minus 4h plus 2. I don't know if you realized I had 2 more videos going over examples from our class notes. So I will also share that with you, but you can find those on Canvas, okay? But that's it for finding a difference quotient for a linear or quadratic function. If you want me to check your answer before you submit it, take a picture and email it to me. I can double check it for you before you click on, check answer, okay?